In this video I'm going to show you how we can deploy a React app on GitHub pages. You can deploy whichever app you want. In this video I'm just going to create a React app and deploy it on GitHub pages. So GitHub pages is an awesome platform to deploy your apps for free. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I am Hamza Ali and you are watching Code with Hemi. So first of all, we are going to create a React app, and for this particular video I'm just going to simply create a React app, and I'm just going to display a message saying GitHub pages is awesome. And so first, to create a React app, you are going to run a command npx create React app, and we are going to name our React app GitHub pages deployment. This this command is going to create a React app. As you can see, it is already being created, so it is going to take some time. So I'm just going to pause. So our React app is created. You can tell by this message happy hacking. So after creating a React app, we are going to go into our React app by running this command, and we are going to open it in our Visual Studio Code editor. So as you can see, our React app is created. I'm just going to go ahead and run this app by running the command npm start. So our React app is running. So this is the default template that Create React app gives us. So now we are going to edit this template by our requirement, according to our requirements, and we are going to go ahead and go into the app.json file, and I'm just going to remove all of this and simply going to print out GitHub pages is awesome. I'm just going to remove these useless imports, and if we go and look, we can see our changes are being implemented here. So now what we need to do is we need to create a repository on our GitHub account, and I'm just going to go and create a repository named GitHub pages deployment, and I'm going to hit a create repository button. After that, our GitHub repository is created. You can use HTTP or SSH. I'm just going to go ahead and use SSH, as SSH is configured on my PC. So this command lets you connect your app with your repository. So now I'm going to go and run a command to connect our React app with our repository, and the command is going to be git remote add origin and the link that we just copied. So if we hit enter, you can see that this repository is this app is connected with our GitHub repository. So if you see a message after running this command, if you see a message saying that .git folder is not present, then just simply go ahead and run a command git init. What this command will do is it is going to create a empty .git folder inside your app, and after creating your .git folder, you can simply go ahead and run this command, and after this you will not see that error, and this app is going to be connected with your React GitHub repository. So now after connecting our GitHub repository, we are going to go ahead and look how we can deploy our React app on GitHub pages. So for that, I'm just going to search on Google React app deployment, and I'm going to click on the first link, which is create React app.dev. So now if we scroll down, we should be able to see a GitHub pages deployment guide. So there it is. So as you can see, it says add home page attribute inside JSON package.json file. So we are going to copy this, and we are going to move into our package.json file, and we are going to paste it here. After pasting it, we will need to replace this my username with our GitHub username, and we are going to replace this my app with our repository name. So I'm going to go to my GitHub account and copy this repository name so that I don't make any spelling mistakes. So after changing these two, what we need to do is we will need to add a dependency, a GitHub pages dependency in our file app. To do that, we are going to run a command npm install dash dash save and GitHub pages. So what this install dash dash save does is it saves your dependency inside package.json file. So if we run this, we should be able to see our GitHub pages attribute here inside the dependency. So now you can see this is GitHub pages is added, and if you go onto our terminal, we should be able to see that our GitHub pages dependency is installed. So now we need to add two scripts here, and the scripts are going to be one is going to be pre-deploy, or we can say it as build. I'm just going to name it a pre-deploy as we already have a build script inside our scripts. So what this will do is it is going to create a build for of this app, and the second one is going to be a deploy, and what this will do is it will deploy our app on GitHub pages. So after adding these two, we are going to run the command npm run pre-deploy. So our build is being created. As you can see, a build folder is already created here, so it is going to take some time. As you can see, our build is already created. Now we need to push all of these changes on our GitHub repository. To do that, we are going to check which files are changed. So now you can see these files are changed. So first we are going to check our git ignore, and if as you can see we got this build inside our git ignore. What this git ignore file does, it does not let anything that is listed here to be pushed or staged for commit on GitHub. So we are going to remove this build from git ignore, and now if we run the git status command, we should be able to see a build folder here. So as you can see, we got this build folder. After this, we are going to add all of these changes by running the command git add static, and we are going to add a commit message which is going to be GitHub pages deployment. So now all of our changes are staged for the being pushed on our GitHub repository. And to push onto our GitHub repository, we are going to run a command git push origin master. So by default, GitHub creates a master branch for us, and after pushing all of our changes onto GitHub pages, GitHub repository, sorry, then we are going to run a command npm run deploy. As you can see, our app is deployed on GitHub. Now we are going to go on our GitHub account, and we are going to open our GitHub repository that we just created. And after going on to our GitHub repository, we are going to refresh the page. After refreshing, we are going to scroll down. Here we got one environment. If we click on it, you can see we got this environment, and we are going to go and click this view deployment. And after clicking this, you can see we got this GitHub pages. Is awesome. So this is how you can deploy your app on GitHub pages. So that's it from this video. See you in the next one.